At the end of Past Lives, I cried like a baby. You know that feeling when a movie hits you so hard that it's not just about tears? It's like something inside you cracks open. Past Lives did that to me. It didn't just tug at my heart, it stirred something deep in my gut. And as I watched it again, I started to see why. Celine Song, the writer and director, layers her story with two powerful emotions. One that makes you feel, and one that makes you think. Sentimentality and existentialism. Past Lives grabs you by the soul and forces you to feel the ache of missed chances, of love that could have been but wasn't. But what makes this film so unique is that, despite everything, the deep connection Nora and Hae Sung formed as children has stayed alive, simmering beneath the surface. And that's what makes the heartbreak even stronger, because their love feels so close, so easy to grasp, but just out of reach, held back by circumstances they can't control. But what you can control is whether you're subscribed to our channel, so please do so. Right from the first scene, the existential layer of the film seeps in.
Who do you think they are to each other?
This is a question you might overhear in any bar, but here, it sets the stage for something much deeper. But before we get into that, let's start with the more obvious part, the sentimentality. Sentimentality is that bittersweet feeling you get when old memories rush back. It's the nostalgia, the connection to people you've lost touch with but never forgot. In Past Lives, that's what Nora and Hae Sung's relationship is all about. As kids, they already shared dreams of marriage and a future together. But then, life happened. Nora's family moved to Canada, and they lost touch. The movie doesn't just show their relationship, it takes you through it over decades, at age 12, 24, and 36. The span of time only adds to the weight of their connection. And their love, it's still there. They haven't lost it, and you can feel that longing in every glance they share. What really hit me, and I think what most people can resonate with, is that there's still those kids deep down.
와.
와,
와.
와,
와.
와.
진짜 와다. 와.
와.
The heartbreak comes from knowing that, despite growing up in different worlds, they're still connected. It feels like they should be together, but time and circumstances keep pulling them apart, no matter how strong their bond remains. We've all felt that, haven't we? That ache of something unfinished, love interrupted by life's twists and turns. It's almost too real. And that's why it feels so raw and honest. The fact that the film is semi-autobiographical makes it even more powerful. There is real truth behind these characters, and you can feel it in every moment. But then, the existential layer kicks in. That's where the film takes its emotional weight and turns it into something even bigger. It's not just about who Nora will end up with. It's about her sense of identity. Immigration uprooted her, splitting her between the 12 years she grew up in Korea, the 12 years she lived in Canada, and the life she built in America. And this film forces you to confront the overwhelming uncertainty of life. How we all live in tension between freedom and faith, between the choices we make and the ones that are made for us. It asks, how do we find meaning when so much of our life is beyond our control? Now, let's go back to that first scene. Remember?
I think the white guy and the Asian girl are a couple, and the Asian guy is her brother.
At first, this feels like a casual guess, but as the film unfolds, you realize we're all asking us the same questions. Who are we? What do we mean to the people in our lives? And how do we become important to someone else? Hae Sung believes in fate and destiny. To him, Nora is the missing piece in his life. And Nora still feels that pull towards him. Even though they've grown up in different worlds, there's a part of her that feels they should be together. But at the same time, she's also embraced a Western mindset of independence, of creating her own path. They've grown in different directions, but they haven't lost each other emotionally. And that's what makes the gap between them feel even more heartbreaking.
Do you even know me? I'm not gonna miss my rehearsals for some dude.
It stings when Nora says this somehow. She's trying to stay true to the life she's built, but you can feel her inner conflict. Her marriage with Arthur is practical. They share the same interests, they're both writers, artists. They love each other, but in a different way than Nora and Hae Sung do. Arthur feels insecure when Hae Sung shows up because he knows the connection between Nora and Hae Sung is real. They haven't let go of each other yet, even if their lives have moved on. The bond between them is simply undeniable. And this is where the film forces us to face the big existential questions. Who are we? Why do we make the choices we do? And how much of our lives are shaped by convenience or chance? The unsettling truth is, we don't really know. We don't have control over what the future holds. And that's why past lives hit so hard, because it forces us to face the uncertainty we spent so much time avoiding. Celine Song ties together all these complex themes: immigration, ambition, loneliness, love, and loss. Nora's story isn't just about love. It's about realizing that nothing lasts forever, and every choice comes with a cost. Nora and Hae Sung haven't drifted apart in the way you'd expect. They're still the same kids from the beginning of the film. They're still emotionally connected. But the world around them has changed, and they've changed with it. And that's why they can't connect fully. It's not because they've stopped loving each other, but because life won't let them be together. And that's what makes the ending so painful. Nora's tears aren't just for losing Hae Sung again, they're for the deeper and harder truth she's facing about herself, her life, and an unknowable future. And with that, we come full circle to the first scene. The strangers, after all their guessing, say what we all know deep down.
I have no idea.
Then Nora turns and looks directly at us. The game wasn't just a fun bar game. It was an echo of the existential uncertainty we all carry. That deep, uncomfortable truth that we don't know who we are at our core. And we don't know how life could have been, no matter how much we wish we did.